One of the unfortunate things that I've run into quite consistently is that boundary setting doesn't work for some people for a number of reasons. The first reason boundary setting doesn't work is because there's a power difference, really common between parent and child. I've had patients who try to set boundaries on their parents, and then their parents will like respond financially. It's like, if you're not going to let me see my grandkid, there goes your trust fund. And now if you ask for advice on the internet, people on the internet will be like, fuck them. Hold your boundaries. Ain't no trust fund worth dealing with a narcissistic parent. Really easy to say if you're someone on the internet who's not losing access to $50 million. Way harder if you're the one who's got the trust fund that has $50 million, right? Like really difficult. The second thing is that setting boundaries is like this fucking American, Western, maybe European kind of thing, right? So if you come from a culture that's like South American or South Asian, the concept of setting boundaries doesn't work the same way. I remember, so I, was talking about this subject once, was giving a lecture, and I was like, here's how you set boundaries. Someone from the audience was like, that's not going to work for me. I'm from Colombia. There's no way. You just can't set boundaries on your narcissistic grandmother. Like, you just can't do that in Colombian culture. That's an issue of debate of how much can you do, can't you do. But I think this sort of general current of independence, which we assume in the West, is challenging for a lot of cultures in the world. So boundary setting is wonderful, but boundary setting requires power. That's the key thing. So when I set boundaries on my child's video game usage, if they violate the boundary, I have more power than they have. And so the big problem with setting boundaries on your narcissistic parent is that it requires power. And if they have more power than you do, it becomes really hard to do.